What is up, my dude? Welcome back. My name's Kaylee. I'm an occupational therapist who reviews makeup through the lens of accessibility. And today we are doing a first impressions of the Half Magic Euphoria palette. I'm definitely a little biased against this palette for the packaging because I had a few friends message me and say they had a really hard time getting into this. And I was like, okay, I need to try this myself just to see what it's like. The secret behind opening this palette is you have to push down this circle and pull at the same time. If you don't push down that circle, it's gonna stay locked closed. They have written instructions on the back, but there's no visual instructions, so that's kind of like, you're 50% of the way there. Okay, so you push down. Oh, that's so interesting. It feels like it's almost like a foam push down, but you're supposed to push down and then pull. Yeah. Oh, okay. And so that's how they also make sure that it's not going to fully come out because it gets caught on there. So then you push it back and it slips back into place. Unfortunately, that's going to make this palette really hard to use from an accessibility perspective because you're needing to use two hands to get this product open. Like, could I use one hand? Potentially, but it's going to be a pain. And it also is going to require some very specific strength, especially finger strength, right? Because it is a little button, so you can't really push down with your whole palm to differentiate. I mean, I guess you can, but that's way harder. And so the finger strength required is more than like a typical just magnetic opening palette, which means this is going to be way harder for you to open if you have decreased strength. As far as the actual colors, these look beautiful. I love Half Magic shadows. These are gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers and like truly, truly such just like a beautiful shift in them. I'm gonna put on Lexi and just apply it on my finger. Oh my God, it's so freaking stunning. It's like this beautiful little silvery shift. What's fun about the Half Magic shades is they go on really well with a finger, which is great accessibility wise because if you do have trouble with dexterity, being able to just like swatch and go is always a great option. I did have some matte brown shadow on before and it is layering really nicely and very easily. I'm gonna do Cat on like the outside, which is just this beautiful purple greeny, I think, shift. Oh, yeah. So again, these formulas, like you cannot go wrong with them. I own so many of their duochrome singles, like Blush and Lizard is that girl. There's like a lot of room for error because you can really blend it for quite a while, which means if you accidentally mess it up, it's like fairly easy to just maneuver it and move it so that it blends in. Yeah, I really love that. And then because I can't stop myself, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of Cassie on the inner half. Just like add just like a little bit of pink. Yeah. I just want to put the glitter like all over my face. As I was putting it on, I also realized that if you have some sort of cognitive impairment or if you have a hard time and you're very used to like rote routine things, this change in packaging is going to be tricky for you and it might be hard to remember every single time. So we have challenges with accessibility in dexterity, in strength, in cognitive. Good things, sensory-wise, these are beautiful. The formula is gorgeous. The finish is gorgeous. The shades are beautiful. But packaging-wise, this might be a bit of a mess. Let's talk through adaptations. So ways you can change this packaging to make it a little bit easier for you. Starting with my friend Gio, I'll tag her below. She took a small paper clip and put it right in the bottom there so that this had something to catch onto before the button was fully back. I don't have a paperclip on me, but I do have a broken cotton swab that I just like broke in half. So you can put it right in the bottom there. And then when you push this back, it's gonna close enough, but it's not gonna require that button to get it back open. So you can just pinch and slide. Oh no, I'm already breaking it and it's first impressions. Oh, that's gonna become a pain in the booty. Okay, so if you can't push this down far enough, it will just like catch on that little lip and start to break apart, which again just means like the longevity of this palette is not really built to last. And I know that Half Magic has those like magnetic palettes and they sell their shadows in singles. So I understand why they wanted to sell this as like a Euphoria like palette. And again, it's so beautiful, but gosh darn it, it's already breaking. Maybe let's not. And as I'm getting sweatier fingers as I'm talking, I'm noticing that my fingers are starting to slip more when I'm pushing in, which is gonna make it even harder to like get enough grip on there. So, where was I? If you're okay with the button, or if you've decided that putting the little piece in there is helping, but you still have a hard time pinching and pulling, here's what you can do. You can take a piece of ribbon and cut it honestly to whatever size you want. I'm just gonna go like this. And then you can take tape or glue or whatever and put that ribbon right there so that when you're going to pull, it's gonna give you a nice pull tag. The other thing you can do if this singular pull tab is not enough or you have like really limited dexterity is gluing on both sides. So you end up with this little ribbon, right? Or this little loop. And then when you have the loop, all you have to do is push through. So it'll like go in, it'll be beautifully attached. And then all you do is pull and it'll get this product just like pulled right out. I have some double-sided tape. I also have E6000 up here, but I'm a little worried about putting E6000 on cardboard. I feel like it might eat right through the cardboard. So we're gonna go with a little bit of double-sided tape. And I'm just gonna put that right on the edge there. It's right on the edge there. I'm gonna take my little piece of ribbon and I'm gonna push that on. I would typically recommend gluing instead of taping, but use what you got, right? With the tape, you have now a string that you can pull. Or if just this string is too tricky for you and you want that loop, you just put a little tape on the back side. Again, going in with this double-sided tape. I always mess up how to do double-sided tape. I swear it's because I'm left-handed. I like do it wrong every single time. I have to pretend to be right-handed. Okay, there we go. I got it. Ah. Okay, so you put a little bit on. And then you can loop it to wherever you want and stick. And then you have this cutie little loop. That'll make it way easier and it doesn't use as much energy. And you know what? It's still kind of cute, right? It's almost like a little Christmas ornament. Overall thoughts, do I think this palette is accessibly designed? No. Do I think the formula and these shades are beautiful? Yes. Do I think it's relatively easy to adapt? Potentially if you have the right things, but I would recommend really just depotting, especially if you have another palette like the Half Magic Magnetic one that's much easier to open for you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you came up with any other adaptations or if you use any of my adaptations. I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Like this video, comment below, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.